If there is someone to pray, there's a God to answer. Hello, Father Bube. I am come from Bolivia. I don't know to speak English, and I have married with a Nigerian man. My name is Lady Angelica Emerenini. I am testifying from France for what God have done to us. When I was pregnancy and when the result of this ecography of 6 months arrives to the hospital, the doctors began to say that the baby is becoming so big that maybe we must do operation, and they try to put a data for the operation because my second son I deliver with operation in his 6 months, and because my age, they began to say to call me and to disturb me all time in the phone for do this operation, for come to check with the doctors what time and which day before the 8 months we can do the operation. But I refuse, and my husband too, he refused. I realized that they want to use me for student doctor practicals. I was afraid because my deliverance time has not come. Supposed to deliver on the first week of September 2022, after the last ecography that confirmed the weight of my baby, and the nurse began to force the contractions to come. When I realized the one that she is doing with me, I make her to stop. So we leave the hospital with my husband. After 2 days, I began to have a contraction, and on Saturday, 13 August. So in the night, we go back to the hospital with my husband. The hospital was full, many people, many pregnancy women, and the doctor, when he saw me, they program my operation for 12:30, the 14 August. When they see us, the nurses, they told us that we must do the operation, and that we cannot refuse because the baby is big, the weight is so big, so we must we are forced to do the operation. We continue to refuse, and after the director come, the director of the hospital come with annoyance, and she said that we have no right to refuse whatever she say. We must do the operation. And that time, with my husband, we began to pray. I was crying. I told my husband to put the mask, but the battery of his phone was almost empty. By 12, he arrives to connect to the mass of Sunday, 14 August, 12 o'clock in French hour. That means in Nigerian time 11 o'clock. Okay, and after, when he on the telephone, we saw you, Father, coming, and you said that there's angels of God coming from heaven, angels of God cutting every chain, and then you said that I can decree, that we can decree anything you want, we can decree, and it shall to come to pass. And in that moment when I hear that we can decree anything, I decree that in the count of 3 push, I deliver my baby. And immediately I say this, the telephone off. After, I told my husband to call the nurse because I will deliver my baby. The nurse began to laugh because they think that we are laughing, we are joking too. And I sent him again to look for the nurse because it was the time for deliver my baby. And he arrives to get one nurse, and she come to help me to deliver my baby. And as I decree, in the count of 3 push, I deliver my baby. 12:20. When my operation supposed to be 12:30, just 10 minutes before. You see how big this miracle was. Surprised me so much. Even now, I don't. It's difficult for me to believe, but is my own testimony, and I am happy that God remember me and remember my family, and permit me to have a free deliverance like everybody, even if they say or that my age or that I have do operation before for my second son, but God has broke every chain, cut every chain, and I'm free now. Father Ebube, I must tell you that we join your prayer in midnight prayer in 2020, and we from that time we join your mass. We do the water therapy, and I know that you are giving salvation to people. God is using you to bless people, and I thank God for use you to bless and give salvation to people, because before I was somebody who never think that we have any power. I was thinking that just the apostles have the power, but because of you, Father, I have wake up my faith. My faith is working now. Before, I just think that we cannot decree anything, but now it's me the one who has decreed, and it's me the one who has received her own miracle. There's a power in all of us, and it's the message that you give us. There's a power if we decree that decree will come to pass. Is the one that you teach me, Father Ebube. Distance is not barrier, and I thank God for all these medias, because by the way of this media we can join you, you can, and many people can join you too. If there is someone to pray, there's God to answer. There's a God to answer. Okay. Truly. Here is my baby. I will show you now my baby, my beautiful miracle. He is my husband, Ejike, and my baby is here now.
Let me help her. Thank you, Father. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your prayers.